Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to another virtual Six in the City. Good to see you, Fuller.
It's good to see you as well.
Yeah, and we get together at least once a week now, so here we go. Good
Here we go.
We got a jam-packed show today, and of course, Mike Keith is going to be with us later. Looking forward to that. We'll do a dialogue with him, and we'll get updated on some things out of Nashville. But we got somebody brand new coming on with us today.
We sure do. We've got Gracie Sloan. She is RIFA's new marketing events coordinator, and they've got a couple of events going on. So she's going to talk to us a little bit about her new job and about herself and about the events that are coming up.
Okay. Also, who else we got? We're going to go one of your favorite places, the Lift.
That's right. Yeah,
I've got a paid-up membership there.
I know it. And your paid-up membership is what, drinking coffee, but they don't have coffee there anymore. So, or no, maybe they have coffee there, but I know they have smoothies. So Mickey Martin is going to be joining us. She's the director over at Lyft. Going to be telling us a little bit about what's going on and their reopening and their everything's kind of slowly getting back to somewhat normal.
Okay. Got a special program. We're going to talk about A Rise to Read. Who's coming on with us?
James Christopherson will be here with us. He's executive director of A Rise to Read and going to give us a little bit of information about that and how maybe we can help the organization. May not be able to read with the kids right now, but there's still ways to help.
And getting ready to transition back to school. And a very, very special musical guest with us today.
Yes, we're so excited. She hasn't been with us in a really long time. It's Lolo, Lauren Pritchard, who's now Lauren Pritchard Cobb, is with us. And a lot of things have changed since she's been on. I might get a chance to talk to her a little bit. So I'm excited to have Lolo on the show today.
We're looking forward to having her with us. Appreciate her taking time to do this. And of course, as we noted, we'll talk to Mike Keith as well, the voice of the Titans. All that's coming up on this virtual Six in the City.
At Southern Family Dentistry, we use EPlus broadband at both of our locations. We use digital x-rays at both of our offices, and we need the high-speed access to be able to submit all of our x-rays electronically.
Thanks for having me on
the insurance
today.
companies. Installation was simple. We experienced little to no downtime. I would highly recommend EPlus broadband to anyone in the commercial market. The reliability is second to none, and the service is the best.
Doing what's never been done. The American Public Power Association includes over 2,000 local public utilities. Over 15 years, the APPA has presented RP3 awards, recognizing system reliability, safety, workforce development, and improvement. JA in 2020 not only received the top-level Diamond RP3 award, it was presented to JA for the 7th time. No utility has been so recognized. Honored Public Power, another part of JEA today.
Where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of West Tennessee. Every day, people walk through these doors to selflessly help others, to give without expecting anything in return. So where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of Lifeline, our community's blood bank, where we all come together to help each other, and the American spirit thrives.
Ask what you can do for your country.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers with you, along with
Cassandra Fuller.
We're delighted to welcome this young lady with us for the first time. It's Gracie Sloan, and she is brand new to the Regional Interfaith Association. Lindsay Dawkins, I understand, has gone to Bethel University. Is that right?
She has, yes. She's accepted a position over there in their marketing department. So we were sad to see her go, but we know she's finding her place.
Yeah, well, let's just go. Our best to her. Well, Gracie, tell us about yourself. And have you been with RIFA before? Is this brand new for you?
So, yes, I'm Gracie. I am a recent graduate of Union. I actually last summer, I got to intern with Lindsay here at RIFA. So I got to get my feet wet a little last summer and a little into the semester and learn from the best. And so now I'm happy to be here at RIFA full time.
Are you from this area, Gracie?
I'm actually from Murfreesboro, so south of Nashville. But I came up to Jackson to come to school at Union, and I'm happy to stick around.
Yeah, a lot more calm here than it is in Murfreesboro, Gracie, as you know.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I know this COVID has been a very disruptive thing, and the soup kitchen and all was affected by that. So where are we now with the Regional Interfaith Association?
So we have a couple different things regarding the soup kitchen. We have slowly begun to reopen it. And so this was the first time ever that the soup kitchen had to close its doors. So that was really heartbreaking for us because obviously in the midst of this pandemic, we were worried about feeding our clients and our patrons. And so we're happy to begin reopening that. And so it started with to-go lunches. And so they could just come up to the door, grab a to-go lunch and leave. But then this week we've been excited to open our dining room again. And so they're able to come in, grab a lunch, sit down while still maintaining, 6 feet apart, all the social distancing guidelines and sanitary guidelines. But it's not just about food, it's about the community that's built in that soup kitchen with, each other, and they get to see each other on a daily basis or however often. So we're really excited to have that aspect of the soup kitchen back up.
With the soup kitchen open in the COVID regulations, do you guys have a space limit as far as patrons?
Yes. So only a certain amount of patrons can come in at a time, and they have a 15-minute window to sit down and to eat. And then once that 15 minutes is up, they leave and the next group can come in. So yeah, it's definitely teaching us all some patience. And but this was the second day of it today, and it's been good so far. We're just, taking one step at a time, but so far so good. So we're thankful.
Well, I know your clients and your patrons are definitely excited that it's back open, and because it's definitely a need in this community, and it's a great opportunity for them.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I know one of the things that's been very important because the school system was serving lunches during the school year, and you guys jumped in with your mobile unit and all that. And so that has continued this summer. It's still underway.
It is, yes. So our bus stop cafe, we have been able, so we had planned on it running it through spring break when Jackson-Madison County was out of school. And then obviously, as we know, we never really went back to school. And so we've been thankful to be able to keep the bus running. And so it's not, whereas in the past, kids have been able to get on the bus and eat food together and, hang out with our volunteers and our staff. They're not able to do that. It's to-go lunches. But because it is to-go lunches, we're able to now serve 7 different neighborhoods. So it's a little silver lining to whereas last summer we were serving 4 and we had a longer amount of time at each place to allow them to eat on the bus. Now with these to-go lunches, we're able to reach more kids and students throughout Jackson. And so that has been a little silver lining. But yeah, it's rolling Monday through Friday from about 10:30 to 2 o'clock each day.
If people want to contribute to the bus, how do they do that?
Yeah, so you can volunteer to ride on the bus. We have volunteers on the bus every single day helping pass out the food. And then you can also just donate any types of fun items that you would want the kids to have, because we're actually lucky enough to partner with an agency that provides the food for us each day. But we've done things like hand out books or hand out bubbles or hand out chalk. That was a big hit. So any fun little items like that you might want to give to the kids, I know they would appreciate it.
Good to know. Thanks so much, Gracie. We really appreciate you being with us. Good luck at Rica. I know you'll do a fabulous job. You learn from the best.
Yes, I did. Got big shoes to fill, but
thanks a lot, Gracie.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. We'll be right back with more as we continue this virtual 6 in the City.
Tune to the Travel Channel. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control. Set up OnePass for the Warriors. Catch all the action with the power of voice control.
Need to check your bill balance? Set a payment extension. Get outage notifications. With JEA, it's easy. Text. When you enroll in JEA Alerts, you open all those possibilities. To enroll, text JOIN, J-O-I-N, to 53248. Text JOIN to 53248. If your cell phone number is current, two-way texting is yours. Real-time communication, direct customer service with JEA today.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So EPlus broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, and any way you can imagine.
Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcome you back to Six in the City. We have a very, very special guest from one of my favorite places in town.
Exactly. You are there every day.
I've had a membership there for years, you know, and I don't wear out any of the equipment. Mickey loves me.
They appreciate your donation, Steve.
Yeah. Mickey Martin is with us. She's the executive director of the Lift Out. Now, Mickey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you guys. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Well, things have bound to have been a challenge for you to have a fitness center and then tell everybody that they couldn't come.
Yeah, it was not a fun day when we had to close our doors. But,
all right. So where are we now?
As far as we are open,
okay.
We pretty much are. Most everything is open. We still are not offering things like the kids' birthday parties, family swim, and family gym. Anything that would involve a large group of people together that may not be related. So most everything else is open. Our locker rooms, our pools, our fitness floor, group fitness, all those things. Still with a lot of precautions, but we're open.
Okay. So the classes and other things are underway still?
Yes.
Okay, so it's all right.
How have your crowds been as far as, I say crowds, but as far as your members?
Yeah, just slowly picking up. You know, the first week we were open, we were at about 20% of what we would normally be. And just we've seen an uptick of about 10% a week. So last week we're about 50% of what we would normally be. So, you know, slowly but surely folks are feeling comfortable and coming back.
Okay. That is good to see.
Yeah.
I think it would, you know, not everybody has gone to the Lift and all this, a splendid facility. So what do you tell people about it? What differentiates it from other places in this city?
Yeah, well, you know, a big difference about us is we are a medical fitness facility. That doesn't mean that you have to have a prescription, or it doesn't mean that you have to, you know, be a patient at the therapy clinic or a patient at the walk-in clinic. It just simply means that we are accredited through the Medical Fitness Association, and so we have to pass a lot of high standards, things like safety policies and procedures. Everyone at our facility is CPR and AED certified. We offer programs for people who have medical conditions. So your doctor can refer you to Lift to work with an exercise specialist if you have an underlying chronic condition, or you may be on the verge of maybe having diabetes or a heart issue. They can actually refer you to us, and we can set you up with someone who can teach you how to exercise safely. The cleanliness standards that we have to abide by, of course, everybody has been set to a different standard post-COVID. But we had those types of procedures already in place. So those are some of the big differentiators in us and some other places.
Well, Mickey, I know that one thing, the classes and other things, how do you sign up or make a link with a trainer or somebody if you want to get more serious or look for guidance in getting help?
Yeah. So anyone who joins us as a new member has the opportunity for a no-cost fitness assessment where they can have an appointment with an exercise specialist, and that's just set up at the front desk when they join. Okay. So they'll meet with them, do an assessment of their physical capabilities, talk about goals and different things like that, kind of what they're wanting to do, what they like, what they don't like, and help them come up with a program that's going to be something that's going to help them toward their goals, but also something that would be enjoyable for them. You know, everybody doesn't love exercise like some of us do. Some people just, you know it needs to be done. And so we're there to help them find something that they don't dislike, that they can learn to enjoy. And then they can actually meet with that person again, follow up on the program, just to make sure things are going well. So that's one way. Another way is joining the Exercise is Medicine program. That's the physician referral program. So that's a 60-day program where you don't actually have to be a member of Lift yet. You can actually sign up for that program for a small fee, meet with an exercise specialist who specializes in helping people who have chronic health conditions. And they help them along the way how to exercise and how to do it safely, help them meet their goals, and hopefully improve just their overall health. And then we do have personal training options too.
As well.
All right.
For those of us that are chronic with LAZY.
Of the three on this screen, I can't guess who that would be.
So there's still a. Well, it's so good to see you again. Glad that everything is back in operation. It's good to know.
We are too. Yep.
Best way to contact you, just walk in the door, set an appointment. What do you need to do?
Yeah, you can come to the front door, come to the front desk, and just tell us what you're looking for, and we'll point you in the right direction.
The lift, what a great asset in Jackson, Tennessee, and what a big boost to downtown has been. Mickey, we appreciate the time very much.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
We're going to find out about a rise to read next as we continue. This is a virtual 6 in the City.
We're going to music, Steve.
Oh, that's right. We're going to music.
Get us out
sorry.
Here.
There she is right there.
Here, and you're trying to get us out.
Yeah. I was so excited I actually remembered the next guest.
I know. Our entertainment is Lolo. Lolo, we're so glad you're on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it is so good to have you. We want to talk to you. We're going to talk to Lolo a little bit later about all the changes that happened in her life. But right now, let's get to the main stage. And this is the one and only Lolo, Lauren Pritchard Cobb. Lauren, take it away.
They told you to buy a house, but if you buy a house, then you need a family. If you have a family, better have a degree to get a job. I know a lot of people with a lot of those things, with a lot of problems, but they still tell me that's what'll make me happy. They don't know what makes me happy, 'cause when they're saying that the grass is greener, has a white picket fence, but tell me, where's the yellow brick road? And I don't want to feel bad for dreaming, even if I fall, I'll find my feet and do it on my own. So tell me, where's the yellow brick road? And they can show you where the door is, but when you walk through, you gotta walk alone. They say the path is golden, but only if you're willing to settle down. I know a lot of people who look back now and wish that they could have turned around, and I don't want that to be me. I'll let the voice in my head lead me, 'cause when it's saying that the grass is greener, has a white picket fence, but tell me, where's the yellow brick road? Oh, and I don't want to feel bad for dreaming, even if I fall, I'll find my feet and do it on my own. So tell me, where's the yellow brick road? Tell me, where's the yellow brick road? Oh.
With EPlus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for EPlus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on EPlus broadband fiber network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
Welcome back to Six in the City, and we have not one guest, but we have two. I did this big build-up.
That's
James Christopherson and Rise to Read, and then went to Lolo, which was certainly appropriate. I missed my cue completely. But now Kelly has joined us, so it's good to see you both.
It is good.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're not back in school yet, and it's uncertain as to exactly how that's going to be handled. So a lot of things are being worked that are very, very important in this community right now, with the new superintendent coming up, and how do we transition. But one thing that will happen when schools reopen, there's going to be a Rise to Read, or there may be other things going on right now. James and Kelly Christopherson have been pushing this program for the last several years. It's good to see you both. So where do we stand now with the Rise to Read?
We are waiting on the school district to tell us where we stand or where we sit.
Okay.
So as soon as we know what the regulations are, then we will adapt. We're excited that the new superintendent, Dr. Jones, did a great job of supporting us. The new superintendent, he brought a Rise to Read program to the school system he was at.
Oh, at Fayette County, okay.
Yep. And his favorite classroom to teach is second graders, which we work with, and his strength is literacy. So we're excited about that, but they may limit the amount of volunteers that can come in. So I'm exploring virtual.
Okay.
Sounds like y'all are the experts on that.
We have our moments.
Especially Steve, he's got to do it.
Yeah.
Tell people what a Rise to Read is. Not everyone may be familiar with this program.
Right.
Okay.
A Rise to Read is simply pairing up one-on-one, mobilizing adults from the community and pairing them one-on-one with a second grader during class, during school time. We enter the schools and working with them on their sight words, which is one of the basic components of literacy. Sadly, in our lowest achieving schools in Jackson, when the students start at the beginning of second grade, roughly only 20 to 25% of them are on grade level or where they should be. And with the help of our tutors, who we're just merely aiding the teachers, our teachers do a fantastic job, but we're like a little support under their wings. Our volunteers, who are called coaches, they mentor and they work with sight words with these students. And we've seen great results in that. By the end of the year, we've been close to around 62% of our students are grade ready level for third grade.
Wow, jumping from 20 to 60% is a huge jump. So as far as your mentors, your volunteers go, how much time do they spend with the kids?
They spend 1 hour a week. They commit to the same time, the same school, the same bat channel, and they get 2 students in that hour period. They work with one student one-on-one for 30 minutes, and then they work with a second student. And that sounds really short, but with a second grader, it's just the right amount of time to work with them, play with them, and get to know them. It's a full circle in 30 minutes. It works. We have a very efficient system that helps them work.
And so you go throughout the whole school year with that same 2 students.
Yep.
Right.
If they don't move, we get the same. The coach gets the same student for the whole year.
Oh wow. Okay.
We've obviously seen demonstrable results from this. Is it the interaction, the instruction, both, or the relationship formed? What makes this work?
All the above.
All the above.
Okay.
Anytime you do one-on-one, particularly with a second grader, you can teach them how to weld or something. They're like sponges, and our adults. Best part of my job is I walk into the room with them all working. The adults are just silently loving those kids. They're the only thing in the room at the time. They're pouring their attention to them, and the kids just soak it up. So, and it's also a very good academic program. The program flow that we do. So that's a positive too.
James, do you have to have are there any prerequisites for coming into this? Do you have to be a teacher? Do you have to be an educator?
Nope. You have to be over 18. You have to be able to read.
That's it.
And yeah, it is good. It's helpful, we found. We didn't do that at first. And then they do a background check through the school system, does that for us, and that's it.
And you do have to be able to commit that to that 1 hour. We ask that is a priority. We say, make it like your little part-time job, because schedule the things around it. Those little second graders get so attached to you.
Wow.
You want that adult there every week, because when they're not, the little faces just drop because they miss them.
So, how do people sign up?
They go to our website, arise2, the number 2, readjackson.org.
We appreciate you both very much. Appreciate the work that you're doing, and we look forward to the school year settling in here.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks a lot, James and Kelly.
Here. Good to see y'all.
Good to see
We're
y'all.
back to our main stage, and this time I remember my cue, and this is the one and only Lolo, Lauren Pritchard Cobb. Lauren, take it away.
Keep my head up high, my worry low. Diamonds in my eyes, I got the glow. And every time I get this feeling, that's when I know I'm not alone. Keep my head up, 'cause I got miles to go. There's nothing more, there's nothing less, there's only last forever. Dare me to run, I'll take a chance like fire on the river. Hands across my chest, if you never fall, how do you know how far you can rise? Keep my head up high, my worry low. Diamonds in my eyes, I got the glow. And every time I get this feeling, that's when I know I'm not alone. Keep my head up, 'cause I got miles to go. Oh, oh, keep my head up, keep my head up, keep my head up high. Keep my head up, keep my head up, oh. Hands across my chest, if you never fall, how do you know how far you can rise? Oh, rise, keep my head up high, and my worry low. Diamonds in my eyes, I got the glow. And every time I get this feeling, that's when I know I'm not alone. Keep my head up, 'cause I got miles to go. Oh, oh, keep my head up, keep my head up, keep my head up high. Keep my head up, keep my head up, keep my head up high.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
In communities across Tennessee, we feel the effects of opioid addiction. We all know someone touched by addiction. People we see every day. A neighbor, a friend, a family member. Please know there is help and hope. Together we can rise above and make recovery a reality. Neighbors working together. Tennessee together. If you or someone you love needs help for addiction, help is available. Visit tntogether.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Kedric Perkins, PGA General Manager at Jackson Country Club. Jackson Country Club's amenities are true Southern hospitality. Championship golf course, fine dining, 6 tennis courts, junior Olympic pool and fitness. We pride ourselves in giving our members the best. Choosing JEA was a logical choice so that we could tie in our phone, internet, and cable solutions so that we can advance our next segment of technology.
Welcome Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you, and we welcome Lauren Pritchard. We were excited when you agreed to come on, Lauren. It's a real honor always to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Lauren Pritchard's internationally known and been on Broadway, and she's been on The Tonight Show and Conan O'Brien, and she's written #1 records and all these other things. And she's got music still in theatrical production and everything. There's so many things to talk about. But something exciting in your life is we're 33 weeks in toward a baby here.
We are.
Okay.
We are. We're like.
Well, what were you thinking?
I know. What was I thinking? Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because you can, even if you do sort of plan for these things, certainly this, I don't think I could have ever planned being pregnant in the middle of a global pandemic. So, that part of it has been really interesting. Being pregnant is kind of a tedious thing anyway. We don't really need anything else to make it more tedious. And somehow it managed to get even more difficult.
Wow.
But, I will say people have been incredibly kind and considerate of the fact that, I fall into the high risk category, if you will.
Yeah.
So I've been very grateful for that.
Well, that is great. We wish you the best, and your husband and Lauren Pritchard Cobb now. And so what does this do to career? Is it a big change for you, or what are the plans now?
Obviously, there's going to be a new little human in our life, so everything will change. But I'm not going to stop working or doing what I'm doing. There certainly will be a readjustment of things, obviously, and I will have to manage my time differently since we're having a boy, and so he will be occupying all of our time, obviously. So the management of time will have to be distributed differently. But I'm super lucky and super grateful that I've worked to the point where I can basically make my own schedule and do what I need to do to have the freedom to basically kind of equal parts like work full time and be a mom full time, and I'm very, very grateful for that. That I've had the opportunity to be able to get my career to the point where I have that malleability. So very, very, very grateful for that. And I can, interestingly enough, I know a lot of people have been disrupted work wise by the coronavirus craziness, and my work certainly has been disrupted to a certain degree, but a lot of my work I can do from home.
Okay.
So that's been a big game changer as well. And especially moving forward when the baby comes into the picture, it's nice that I can do everything I need to do for the most part.
Lauren, is career now writing and other things? Are you going to continue to write? Are you looking to get back into performing, or what do you want to do?
It's certainly going to be a little bit of both. I'm never going to get off the stage. Writing has been 70% of my work life anyways, for probably at least the last 5 years, really. And then I still tour and I travel a lot for the writing that I do and the work I do. But the writing has been the lion's share of what I do anyway. I will never stop touring, but again, it'll kind of be one of those things where instead of spending 6 months on the road, it'll be a month here, a month there kind of thing, managing that, especially while he's little. A lot to be out with a little person, and it's a lot for them to take on. So.
Well, I think that little person's going to come out either singing or playing some kind of musical instrument.
Well, I play music every day and I'm singing all the time. And I just keep thinking, I wonder what it sounds like in there. And I just wonder, he must be thinking, what is this lady doing? What is going on?
I need to get out of here where I can get some peace and quiet.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise.
Little does he know, he's in for a treat. So,
Lauren, when did you know in your life that, New York and all this stuff was going to be a part of what you were doing, that you said, well, I'm getting out of here and getting beyond this?
I was pretty young. I started singing when I was very young. I have been singing on a stage in some capacity since I was about 7 years old, and I'm 32 now. So I've spent most of my life on a stage, and I loved the communication of music. I loved what it does to people. It brings people together. It has such a sense of community about it. So that was the first thing that attracted me to it. And I was very little. I was like 8 or 9 years old when I looked at my parents and I was like, I'm going to move to New York and be in a Broadway show. And my parents were just kind of looking at me like, oh my God, what do we do with this child? And bless them, they've always been incredibly supportive. And Steve, you know my parents well, and they're such kind people, and it was not just for me, but for both of my brothers as well. They wanted us to persevere in what we loved and what we were passionate about, and so I always had that support system. But it's interesting. I knew I wanted to be a part of the musical theater world. I knew I wanted to be on Broadway, and you have to move to New York to do it, and it was scary and weird. And I still spent, obviously, this year is a very different set of circumstances because of the coronavirus, but I still spend, a majority of my time there work-wise, even though I live in Tennessee now.
Well, Laura, we're glad that you're from Jackson, Tennessee, and that you're giving us this time. We appreciate it very much. We'll talk to you again in a few minutes, and Lauren Pritchard will be with us. Mike Keith is coming up next. Thanks, Lauren, as we continue Six in the City.
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
At Southern Family Dentistry, we offer dental treatment for your entire family. We have the latest 3D digital x-ray system. We offer implants, veneers, teeth whitening, and all the other normal services you receive at the dental office. We have 2 offices, one in Milan and one in Jackson, and EPlus broadband telephone services allows us to connect both of those offices. It doesn't matter which office the patient calls, we have the ability to speak to that patient at either location.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensaver for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller welcoming you back to Six in the City, and with us, the voice of the Tennessee Titans, Mr. Mike Keith. And Mike, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you guys. Great to be with you.
Yeah, as you said, before COVID came along, you'd have been down here 2 or 3 times already. So.
At least. I'd have been down there to see friends and visit you guys, and hopefully with the caravan and everything we usually have going. But this has obviously been so different for everyone. And the biggest thing about my change in this off season has been the travel, because normally I'm on the road 2 to 3 days a week, speaking or visiting or doing something fun. And I miss it. I miss being out on the road.
Okay. So where are we now with football and with the Titans, Mike? Where are we?
Okay. So at this point, this would be the final week of the players' off-season program in terms of what the league window is to hold an off-season program. I think how Vrabel originally had it set up, we would have ended last Friday. Some teams will end this Friday. But after this week, everybody's off until the start of training camp anyway. So we're getting ready to go through our only dead period of the year in the NFL. Steve, when I started, there was lots of downtime, and then the NFL became very much a year-round sport. And except for this sort of 4-week window, end of June into mid to late July, that's the only time that everybody's off. Everybody takes vacation. Players and coaches are gone. So this is about to be the normal time when things sort of die off for the Titans and the other 31 teams. But there's been a lot of that for 3 months.
Mike, did it change anything prior to this as far as the players and their work and what they could do?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the players are not allowed to be at the facility.
Oh, wow.
So the only players who have had the ability to come to St. Thomas Sports Park are players who were on an official injured list. You're recovering from surgery, things of that sort. So those players have been allowed in all along, limited staff allowed in, but otherwise no players. They've had to work out on their own. And at this point, we are allotted 100 people that we can have in one of our buildings. And that includes coaches, that includes other football staff, and that includes anybody else that we deem essential in this period. Like, for example, I am not deemed essential. My role obviously is a lot more about in season than it is right now.
I know.
So I'm still working from home. The majority of our staff still working from home, but the players haven't been in at all.
Wow.
Wow.
Like Keith with us said, of course, he's the voice of the Titans. We're going to pick this conversation up in just a moment. Mike, it's good to have you with us because we want to find
Great
out
to be with you.
What's ahead for the season and everything else. We want to go back to the main stage, right? We're going back to Lolo. Here we are. We just talked to her and delighted to have her with us. Internationally known Lauren Pritchard Cobb Lolo. Lolo, take it away.
I've seen many roads. I lost all control. But all the battles that I fought led me to where I belong. All I had to do was hold on. From the top of the mountain, from the crash of the lightning, with my heart beating loud, taking me higher. I won't look back, won't look down. There's no way, can't stop now that I'm stronger. Feeling the fire, taking me higher, taking me higher. I had my share of scars, heartbreak, fall apart. But if you never take the lead, you never end up on your feet. All you gotta do is believe. From the top of the mountain, from the crash of the lightning, with my heart beating louder, taking me higher. I won't look back, won't look down. There's no way, can't stop now that I'm stronger. Feeling the fire, taking me higher, taking me higher. But if you never take the lead, you never end up on your feet. All you gotta do is believe. From the top of the mountain, from the crash of the lightning, with my heart beating louder, taking me higher. Won't look back, won't look down. There's no way, can't stop now that I'm stronger. Feeling the fire, taking me higher, taking me higher.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
The JEA app. With it, you may view the electric outage map, report electric outages, receive electric outage alerts, view your current account information in real time. You can even make a payment with one click. Name, account number, you're in. Convenient access with the free JEA app, keeping you connected with JEA today.
today?
Good.
I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Welcome back to Six in the City, and we continue our conversation with Mike Keith, the voice of the Titans. And Mike, is there going to be football this fall? And if so, what's it going to look like?
I think so.
Okay. So you're kind of where we all are then. All right. Well, that's good to know.
Well, I think there are different levels of it. I mean, the challenge for high school is one thing, the challenge for college, another.
Well, I saw LSU yesterday, has 30 players quarantined right now?
Yeah, and the whole thing with the high school and the college is you have the campuses.
Yeah.
And you have students on the campus. We're able in the NFL to control our environment more. More of our guys are married and go home to their families. Some certainly go out, but I think for a lot of high school and college kids, getting out and being with their friends is very much a part of their life. When this is your job, I think you take some of the warnings more seriously and you follow some of the protocols a little bit better. I think the NFL is going to play. I really do. I feel very confident the NFL is going to play, and I'm still very hopeful that high school and college are going to play as well.
Now, Mike, you know how Steve gets when you come on the show and start making predictions about football. Yeah. He holds you to it. So
it can get out of hand in a hurry, right?
Yes, it can.
We're going to do a dialogue with Mike coming up in a few minutes, so we leave with that on TV6, and we'll get into that. So how does that affect things now for an organization when it's indefinite as to when or what will happen out here?
From the NFL standpoint, I think we're going to know more in early to mid-July because that's when, what we've had that other sports have not had is we have had the benefit of time because we didn't have a game. We didn't have to postpone like the NBA and the NHL did and Major League Baseball. So we've been able to take things at various milestones and stay on track. We were able to hold our draft virtually. We had free agency. All the players know which team they're going to be on. So we're able to move quickly at the time things open up. There's talk that we may not play 4 preseason games.
Okay.
There's talk that training camp may look different without 2 added preseason games because we only play 2. Our whole goal as a league has always been start our season in Kansas City on September 10th. And I think how you will see us hold training camp, how we will hold practices, how we will travel, how our facilities will be set up, all of that will be set towards keeping as many people healthy as possible to get us to the start of the regular season. Everything else is up for debate. That's the whole thing. But as long as we can start playing football that weekend of September 10th on a Thursday night in Kansas City, that will be meeting the number one goal.
It's going to be a good ball team. They do well in the draft.
I think we did real well. I was elated with what happened based on the fact that I grade drafts differently. I don't know if a guy's a 5-star, a 2-star, whatever you want to call them in NFL terms. What I look for is, do you hit need? Titans needed an offensive tackle, got one. Titans needed a cornerback, got one. Titans needed a running back, got one. Titans needed a defensive lineman, got one. So hopefully all those guys end up being good players, and they're good players enough to help us as rookies. But when you matched up our 4 biggest needs, we were able to hit those with our first 4 draft picks. So I was very, very.
Coaching staff, is this stable?
The offensive staff is completely stable. And Arthur Smith, who is originally from Memphis, Tennessee, doing a great job as our offensive coordinator. He's back with his entire staff and 10 starters. On defense, Dean Pease, our defensive coordinator, retired. Did not officially replace him. We brought in Jim Haslett, coach linebackers. Brought in Anthony Midge, coach secondary. And the big question about the Titans on defense is who's going to call the defensive signals? Most people think right now it's the head coach, Mike Vrabel. We'll see.
Okay. He does have a tendency to do that, right?
He does have a tendency.
Well, we're excited about it, and I trust fan support and everything has continued well, steady in Nashville.
Our season ticket sales were really going great guns before everything hit in March, and we've put out a lot of ticket plans right now, a 2-game plan, a 5-game plan, group ticket plans. I love to be able to plug 615-565-4200 to find out what works best for you. The flex plan is something that I love, and that's $300 per season ticket. That means you got a ticket to every game, guaranteed ticket to every game. Now, you don't know where that ticket is going to be. It's going to be in a different place week to week. Yeah. But a $30 per game season ticket to the NFL, that's amazing.
That's a good deal.
It's a good deal.
What was that number again?
615-565-4200.
All right, 615-4200. Okay, very good. Mike's good to see you.
It is
great seeing you.
Yeah, really good.
Cassandra, it's great to see you too. I see Steve, and that's okay, but seeing you is great.
Don't blame you there at all. Well, Mike continued best, and Mike's going to be with us for a dialogue a little bit later too, as well. So we'll be looking at that here at EPlus TV6. Very good to see you, Mike. We come back and wrap things up, and Lolo will take us on out. It's good to have all these people on this show today. This virtual 6 in the City.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
As we all take care and precautions, practicing social distancing with more time at home, we may find ourselves using more broadband too, relying on internet, television, and telephone services to stay connected to work, school, and family. JA is working hard to keep our customers, employees, and families safe while bringing vital services during this time. Keeping you connected to the essential broadband services Jackson's homes and businesses depend on is one thing you can count on at JEA today.
Did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
I want to thank all of our guests for being with us, Gracie Sloan, and the great work that's being done at RIFA and Mickey Martin, and glad to have the lift reopen and back in operation, and James and Kelly Christopherson and all the work they're doing with the Rise to Read. So be sure to check into those programs.
I'm always glad to see Mike Keith on here too.
Yeah,
so.
Mike Keith, just a real pleasure, and we're going to be talking to him again in a few minutes. And we have one thing to mention. Well, JA, we've been busy covering government meetings. There's one more big budget meeting to come with Madison County. That's coming up June 30th, and that'll be live on EPlus TV6, I think at 8:30 that morning. And then they'll not be live. That's right, because they're going to the health department. That's right. Okay, so catch it on replay. And there's been some very, very important discussions. And texting is JA.
That's right. If you want to get account information, all you have to do is text JOIN to 53248 on your cell phone, and that will enroll you in our JEA text alerts. You can get your account information. You can get your payment balance. You can get your due date. You can even set a payment extension. You can get outage information. So it's a great opportunity to communicate. And so easy. It's just using your cell phone. So just text JOIN to 53248.
53248, it's a magic number.
Easy enough.
It's been really good to have Lauren Pritchard on with us. Lauren, if people want to follow you, follow your music, buy your music or whatever, what's the best way to do this?
People can follow me on various social media things by looking up Lolo Music, Lolo Music. They can go to the website, lolomusic.com. And then on Thursdays, I do a radio show now, Thursday mornings from 11 to 12 on 93.1. You can listen to me there.
So follow in, and they do a lot of discussion about the music, the business, and the careers, and everything else.
So, Lauren, with you being, I have a question. This is a pregnant question. So, with you being pregnant, has this baby helped any with the creative juices? Has it spurred you to just get so creative that you're writing songs left and right?
It has. It's been a really creative process. I wasn't really sure, especially when the lockdown was pretty real, and I really did not leave my house for a significant period of time. I thought, okay, I'm either gonna gotta make the most of this. Easy to go stir crazy.
Exactly.
I've been creating a lot, writing a lot, and some of it is stuff that came brand new out of just being home and being pregnant, and the combination of those things. Some of it has been fueling the fire for other work that I had to finish. So it's been good. It's been a really positive thing.
Well, that's exciting. So we'll hopefully hear more new songs post COVID. Yay!
Yeah, there's stuff coming out all throughout the rest of this year, singles. But
awesome.
Exciting.
Life experience does change things. It's been a real pleasure to have you with us, Juan. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much for having me today.
We're going to let her take it away. This is Lolo.
Sometimes a lover can be a friend. Sometimes lovers need to start again. Maybe I need to start giving up. If you wanna keep the diamonds that you bought me, you can have them. It'll give your mom a reason to smile. And we can keep on talking about how all we need is magic. The misdirection, follow the miles. Not gonna let you walk away without saying you're sorry. Without saying you're sorry. I'm not. Well, you win one, then you lose one. You can tiptoe around every problem. We gave hospitality to the pain, but just be